What's up everybody, Brandon here with ADHD Game Dev. Okay, I am sure I have talked about this before, but it bears repeating. When you first start working on a game, your progress goes like that. Look, I have visual aids on a napkin. Your progress is going from creating nothing exists to up. Things exist, you know. You don't have a character, now you have a character. You don't have platforms, now you have platforms. It is all win. But what happens is that over time, that progress slows down. What you're actually creating is slowing down because now you're refining. So you start off with this great scoop, this exciting up and to the right kind of an energy level, and you feel great about it. But what you're creating gets smaller, and you start to refine. It's like working on a sculpture, okay? If you imagine that you've got a great big block of marble, of rock, and you start chiseling away chunk. Well, it's going to go from a great big block and it's suddenly going to start taking form. The more you work, the more you refine on it, the more you're going to be working on itty bitty details. So now instead of being like, woohoo, big picture changes, you're like, I've been working on this, like just this area right here for a week and this one for a week. So you're getting more and more detail and you are making progress, but it's not that exciting kind of a lift from nothing to something that you might have gotten early on. What's that mean for an ADHDer who wants to make video games? Well, it means you cannot count on just that exciting kind of a payoff, and you need to be aware that the long grind, the long slog is going to come up. Okay, don't be shocked when it comes up. Don't be worried when it comes up. Just realize your progress is going to slow down. I would also suggest, if you're just starting out, and I've said this a zillion times, if you're just starting out especially, try to make smaller scoped games. It is a lot easier to get that payoff that your brain is probably craving, especially if you're just getting into it and you really need to start training. You can't run the whole marathon right off the bat, right? Let yourself have those wins. Let yourself have the excitement. Let yourself go through the entire process. I think it is so much more rewarding to say, make 5 different games over a few months and to work on one game. The reason is because that one game is all your eggs in one basket, and it may or may not be a huge win. But if you keep making a bunch of little games, you keep getting to try different ideas and you get to walk through the entire process. So it's one thing to say your character moves and can jump around, right? It's another to say, now you've got graphics on screen like the overlays, and now you've got the title screen, and now you've got music coming up and down. Now you add in a cut scene, okay? Now you start adding in more and more elements after you get the initial stuff under your belt, and you feel better and more confident about those steps. You can start adding in those little bitty details. So your progress does slow down. You're not making the huge overarching changes, but your progress is steady and it gets more and more focused as you go along. I hope that you realize that you are still making forward momentum and it is good. Keep on trucking and have fun with it, but do let yourself get those early wins. Hey, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching the video. If you have not subscribed and you've enjoyed 2 of my videos, could you please consider subscribing? This is the kind of content I do, and we'll keep doing more of this. And I hope that you will be awesome today. Bye now.